Rashad, why you
Anyway,
didn't hit me up?
What's up, Rashad?
Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
brother, I love you, brother.
What's up, Rashad? What it do, boy?
Hey, Rashad.
Okay, baby.
Oh, I gotta go find the guy.
This is a failed spinoff. It's just something random that I had pulled up for a long time. So shouts out to Nerd Nostalgic. This will be the last thing of the night. Like I said, short stream, 30 minutes in. So we probably gonna end around 45 minutes tonight. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Carry my bags.
Oh, I see it. Just make a right at the telephone booth, a left into the bathroom. Look in the mirror, and you found it.
No, you didn't land in an alternate universe. This isn't the Mandela effect at work, and you aren't misremembering the plot of an iconic 90s TV show. This is The Big House, a family sitcom where a fictionalized version of Kevin Hart moves from a wealthy area of California to Philadelphia to live with his working class aunt and uncle. In other words, the plot of The Fresh Prince got flipped, turned upside down. And we'd like to take a minute, just sit right there. We'll tell you how Kevin Hart got to parody Bel-Air.
I'm not used to the cold weather yet. You mind if I shut this window?
Actually, if that window gets shut, the carbon monoxide from the water heater will kill us. So I like to leave it open.
In the early 2000s, Kevin Hart had only just started his comedy career. He'd found himself a couple of bit parts in Scary Movie 3 and Along Came Polly, and he even appeared on a few episodes of Judd Apatow's short-lived series Undeclared. But he had yet to star in anything or make a big splash regarding his celebrity status. Little did the 25-year-old fledgling comedian know he was about to receive his big break, his very own TV show. After the 80s and 90s TV bubble had popped, ABC was looking to revitalize its once popular TGIF programming block. It needed a sharp and relatable tentpole to bolster ratings, and the best way to do that was with young, fresh talent like Hart.
You're a genius. Thanks, man.
Don't thank me. Thank us.
Behind the camera, ABC had roped in one of the top creative minds they could find to build the show from the ground up. That mind was David Zuckerman, who was best known at the time for developing Family Guy with Seth MacFarlane and, oh yeah, writing and producing The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air between 1993 and 1995. Fresh Prince ended its run in 1996, but remained popular in the 2000s through reruns on ABC's competitor network, NBC.
Hey, who turned out the lights?
Zuckerman and Hart looked at the success of the show and apparently thought they could replicate it. Literally, with Zuckerman's insider knowledge, they copied the Will Smith vehicle and came up with a parody of a winning formula to show to ABC. We've got a young actor playing a fictionalized version of himself bound for college, a fish out of water premise, an all-black cast, a comedic relief cousin, and the juxtaposition between wealthy and poor upbringings. Hart even insisted the show was loosely based on his own life, coming back home to Philadelphia after living in LA, similar to how The Fresh Prince was based on the life of record executive Benny Medina. Despite Hart's insistence that the story was in any way unique to him, The Big House was an imitation. There was no way around that simple fact, and it really should have been a selling point. After all, The Fresh Prince is an iconic piece of pop culture history. Putting a comedian at the helm of its parody was a golden idea. Unfortunately, that golden idea could have used a little more polish. Between non-committal network executives, heartbreaking behind-the-scenes treatment, and the actual content of the show, Hart's big break almost broke him.
Maybe this is all my fault, all right? But you guys got to understand, I'm not used to somebody telling me what I can and cannot do.
In 2003, ABC decided to pick up The Big House and even flew Hart out to present the show to the media and potential advertisers. But in a dramatic twist worthy of its own TV spotlight, as he was about to go on stage, Hart received some troubling news. In his own words, during a 60 Minutes interview,
they just said they're not going to go through or pick it up. Somebody should be back here to talk to you shortly. What does that mean?
And so, just like that, Hart's aspirations of stardom were crushed until ABC's executives changed their mind. They called him up, apologized, and asked if he'd like to start filming The Big House as a mid-season replacement in the spring of 2004. After presumably recovering from the whiplash, Hart agreed, and filming for The Big House was underway shortly after. Since it also didn't have the luxury of a catchy exposition-laden theme song, The Big House's pilot has an inexperienced Kevin Hart dump his entire backstory on us in the opening few seconds of the episode. It's a rough start that doesn't get any smoother, as each minute of runtime introduces us to a new tired trope or uncomfortable stereotype.
All of a sudden, you seem fun. Can I come live with you?
Your mileage may vary on Hart's performance as the privileged rich kid, but the weight of the show wasn't entirely on his shoulders. Bona fide movie star Keith David, a pre-Community Yvette Nicole Brown, and comedian Faison Love all starred as very...
Not my job.
various members of Kevin's family, and they all did their best with what little they were given. The problem is none of them were given very much. The pilot goes through all the expected motions, introducing Hart to his humble new home, reminding him that he doesn't have the same amenities as he used to, instigating a familial dispute, and wrapping it all up with a big wholesome speech. Unsurprisingly, it's the mirror image of the Fresh Prince pilot. Reviews of the episode made it clear that the show had none of Fresh Prince's biting relevance, clever writing,
Dan,
and
what's up?
ironically, none of its
Short stream tonight, Dan. This is the last scene. I gotta get some sleep.
heart. Will Smith's portrayal of the streetwise kid from Philadelphia was instantly endearing because even when he stuck out, he was charming and effortlessly cool. He represented a level of wish fulfillment in the audience, who could live vicariously through his sudden step into the upper echelons of society.
Steve, David, Henry, this is Will, my nephew by marriage.
Kevin, on the other hand, has to move in the opposite direction. The showrunners didn't seem to have a destination in mind. The obvious way to make the most of the parody would be to turn Kevin into a Carlton archetype, making him a coddled, nerdy, and always upbeat kid who has to face the real world. Conversely, he could have been a rude and entitled rich kid who needs to be brought down to earth. Instead, he toes the line. He's not nerdy enough to be Carlton and not spoiled enough to be a typical
There'll never be another Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I'm surprised Bel-Air is doing so well.
rich kid. He's written and performed to be a naive yet nice young man who's also vaguely materialistic, but ultimately not that shaken up about his new reality. And that kills a lot of the dramatic potential of any future storylines. It doesn't help that many of the house sets they built.
That's a good question. I think Jim Carrey might be. Kevin Hart is funny. I need to see Jim Carrey on a live stream because Kevin Hart was really funny off the cuff on a live stream for like 6 hours. And that gave me a whole new respect for Kevin Hart's funny and wittiness.
Are indistinguishable from every other moderately nice house that's ever existed in a sitcom. When Will arrives in Bel-Air, he makes it clear that he's had a rough upbringing and that the bank's home feels like it's from another world. The most Kevin can muster in the big house is a distaste for his basement bedroom.
I like what you did. the stains on the rug go nice with the stains on the couch.
It's a much less effective take on the wealth disparity that was such an important component of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And that's not the only place this parody falters. The other core aspect of the Fresh Prince is how it touches on Black culture. It's not like the big house had to touch on serious social and political topics. It's just an ABC sitcom. But seemingly out of obligation, the pilot and the rest of the show's run threw in several ham-fisted lines about real issues. Issues the Fresh Prince addressed with way more nuance half a decade before. Parody without commentary is really just an uninspired ripoff. And ripoffs are decidedly less fun to watch. But that doesn't mean that Big House didn't have potential. With a few tweaks, the show could have hit its stride. Unfortunately, the show wouldn't get the chance to correct any of its early failings. ABC committed to 13 episodes of the Fresh Prince riff, but even that paltry episode count wouldn't come to fruition. On the first day of shooting their 6th episode, the cast was pulled into a meeting on the living room set and told their show had been canceled, and this would be the final week of work. No official reason was given for the abrupt cancellation, but the likeliest explanation is that the show was just not very good. It wasn't even supposed to make it to its premiere, but once again, ABC changed its mind at the last minute. The show's 6 episodes were allowed to air, but they never returned. No additional episodes were ever ordered, and it's been buried and forgotten ever since.
Dang.
This was a huge blow for Hart, though it wasn't all bad. In a post on his official Facebook page back in 2018, Hart spoke about his time on the Big House and told his fans, 14 years later, I stand where I stand, and I'm so proud of what I accomplished. Don't let failure stop you, people. Use failure as ammunition to gain success. It only makes you stronger. And for better or worse, he's right. Hart has built a thriving career off the back of a failure that could have ruined any chance he had at a future in Hollywood. He fought through the endless back and forth with ABC and came out a winner in the long run. Now, if he only hadn't done Borderlands, then this video could have gone out on a real high note. And well, that's all we have for you today. Thanks so much for watching this.
That'd be Kevin Hart for sure. Yeah, Will Smith is different, bro. With the acting and things of that sort. To start off with Fresh Prince, you're not even an actor. Are you serious? So you just start off casually with like the greatest character, like one of the greatest TV characters of all time? Different. Will Smith is different when it comes to this stuff. He's different with acting, his rapping. He was rapping clean, making hits. Like the 90s, I know a lot of people want to make fun of the music he's releasing now. He's just a dude doing this thing. He's just a dude having this fun and things of that sort. But like in the 90s, bro, he was making hits. No cussing. Like Get Jiggy with It. Dang, what else we got? Sometime. And he had a couple other joints. But he had hits, no cussing on it. He had the other joints and stuff like that. He came back in the 2000s with Headsprung was LL, but he had to switch. He had the hey, no, 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 no. Will Smith is just undefeated, dog. And like you said, he's loved by everyone. Although Will Smith had that one slap during the awards, that one time. Yeah, I mean the slap kind of overpowered everything in terms of like how his story is told now, but Will is really him. Like, to be honest, like that's why I give him a pass to want to do this rapping thing, even if it comes off corny, if it comes off as trying to rap, he trying to stay up with the young folks. I don't mind it at all, bro. He could do whatever he wants, whatever he feels like is going to give him that satisfaction, make him feel like, oh man, like I'm feeling fulfilled with life again and stuff like that, because he's worked his behind off for so and so decades. He's made $1 gazillion. Why not? However, I don't like the fact that he bought out Suave when he decided to sign with the label. He bought out Suave because Billy 2 deserves a full market push. I don't know what it takes for more people in the world to hear Billy 2 from Suave, but it's an amazing project. Just like I'll Meet the Sun was an amazing project, and I felt like that didn't get the love it deserved either. I just don't know, man. But Suave, keep putting out good music, bro. Keep making music, dog. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was a hit back then. Yeah, man. The songs were a hit. This TV show was a hit. He was just him, bro. And then Men in Black was like legendary. Independence Day, legendary. Then iRobot, legendary. The Pursuit of Happiness, classic. These are hit. They weren't just movies, they were hit movies, bro. Shouts out to Will Smith, man. But all right, fellas. SSB Dan, I appreciate y'all. Zero was looking for y'all, by the way, the other day. Men in Black International was all right, but it's not the same. Oh, yeah. You just reminded me. Bad Boys, another classic series. Zero was looking for y'all yesterday, but I ain't gonna lie to you. I did it. I went live at like 6:30 a.m. I went live at 5:30 a.m., which turns me back to the original point. This has to be a short stream because I wanted to spend time with family, and because of that, I got to wake up early. Yeah. Zero was looking for y'all. He said what he said. He was like, man, I've been by myself in the chat. I said, my bad, Zero, because you know Zero, he works the night shift. That's how he watches all of these. And he got off at probably like 6, but he said he took an extra shift, so he was still at work. He's like, oh yeah, I'm driving home or something like that. But he was like, yeah, I'm in the chat by myself. So he's missing y'all boys, man. But y'all will eventually cross paths again at the same time, things of that sort. What else? Is there anything else? Nah, it's really just I'm gonna get some sleep. I'll be back tomorrow, but I'm trying to think like, should I? Nah, it's gonna be later tomorrow, probably like the usual time. I'll go up. I'll catch Zero on the next one. Yeah. Hopefully I'll catch Zero on the next one. And then we'll catch up just in general and everything like that. Either tomorrow or maybe like Monday night, like when I have a little more time to breathe and stuff. But y'all take care of yourselves, man. Everything. Y'all be safe. Y'all have a smooth Sunday. Have a good morning. Have a good afternoon. Have a good day. Have a good evening. Have a good night. If nobody else told you today, I care for you. Until next time. Peace.
Rashad, why you didn't hit me up?
What's up, Rashad? Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
Brother, I love you, brother.
What's up, Rashad? What it do, boy?
Hey, Rashad.